Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. We are now joined by a fitness expert who makes working out look easy and effortless, and that's all we need in our lives. She's also the founder of Evolve Nation. Heba Ali, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being our Valentine's guest.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Oh, well, in that case, we have a couple of things. Thoughts on wearing these, getting involved?
I'm gonna get involved because I'm all about adventure.
What are
Happy
your thoughts
Valentine's
on
Day.
Valentine's Day?
I think my thoughts about it automatically coming from a psychology background. I think about all the people that are sad, right? That's what. How do I look? Is this
That's
fitting?
what you can see there. Oh, it looks like a crowd. It's like a princess crowd.
I think about what most people are thinking about, and I'm an empath, so I always try to create content that helps people in whichever channel, not just fitness, but their personal lives. And I know Valentine's Day is a very great day for some people and a very low day for other people. So if you are spending Valentine's Day alone, it's not a negative thing, and I think it's important for friends and community and Lovin Dubai to create content and conversations with people that make them enjoy the day and not like suck back into their thoughts or feelings of feeling like they're not loved.
Interesting. It's a very real response.
Yeah.
Right before the show, we kind of just mentioned Tinder swindler, which is what everyone is talking about.
Yeah.
And coming from a psychology background, do you think that people will be more cautious jumping onto things like Tinder and dating apps now because of shows like that?
I would hope so. I think that habit is very powerful, because a lot of us know what to do, but we still don't do it. And sometimes until you experience that head on, that's where you would learn. Most of us are operating 80% subconsciously. And so your habits are going to always overbeat intention and your environment as well. So if that's a habit you've already curated, it's going to be really hard to uncurate it because of the content you saw. Habits and breaking habits is a very challenging thing to do, and it's the inner work that we read online. But when you do it, you can really unlock a completely different and evolved you.
It's so interesting because I feel like we've just transitioned from ways of the heart to the motivation to work out, right? Because it's like if you love and you're burned, you still go back into that habit. And also, let's say if you're trying to develop the habit of working out, it's the same type of thing.
Yeah.
Have you always? So, by the way, a little background on Heba. Do you want to give us a little background of your fitness journey before we jump into it?
Yeah, it's a long journey. I mean, I'm Arabic. I come from the Middle East, so it wasn't a very long journey. I didn't start in sports when I was young. I didn't start till I was a junior in high school, and I was not good at all. Everyone watches my videos like, you run so effortlessly, and I'm like, I did not. I think if there's anything to share about myself that's useful, it's the fact that I just faced a lot of my fears. I had so much humility. I understood I was not good. I understood I didn't have the resources many people had, emotional family support, all of that. But I started as a track runner, went into personal training after going from the worst runner to nationals level and getting a
Here in the UAE?
No, I'm from New York. Oh, I should have mentioned that. I'm New Jersey girl living in New York.
And you went nationals in the States?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so in 3 seasons I did that, being the worst runner. And so for me, it was never about the trophy. It had to do with character building. And I can't tell you I knew that then, but now I do, understanding why I did a lot of the crazy things I did. These races meant the world to me.
This is it. How competitive were they? And in terms of doing crazy things, how far did you push yourself at that time?
I got myself to get an autoimmune disorder where I had hives all over my body for a month from the overtraining. And well, you never really know what it's from, but I was so committed. And
Wow.
for me, it's not that I'm going to advise this for people, right? I don't think one extreme over the other is good. I just think that I saw myself, I saw what I learned, and I saw that I can teach people the power of mind. Granted, I know not more than 1% of the population can actually push themselves to that type of level of discomfort. And there has to be a really strong why and purpose to why. And I come from a single mom who's worked really, really hard to raise 6 kids. And so I have a lot of things pushing me to want to be a leader and a better me and a leader figure, not just for my family, but the community that I just innately wanted to help. And I think that came from feeling invisible. You join a track team, you want to be a part of something, you're not good enough. And so I made the most out of it, became really good. I had a scholarship for college, which I turned down, even though that would have helped me, obviously. So I paid for college, paid for
Why did you do? Because all I know is that in the States, going to university is super duper expensive. So why did you choose to turn down the scholarship?
Because I don't know how I understood this at a young age, but I saw what they were like the whole academic system was doing, and I was just like, they're going to keep people shrunk. Like you get a scholarship if you do a sport and you're really good, or you come from a low income family, which I at the time was in that case. But if you make over peanut amount a year, they pull it away. So you really never have the opportunity to self develop. Like if you wanted to work a job or something, you're limited to how much you can make. And for me, it was I am not going to focus about what the easy path is. Like I want to open up my business. I was like 18, 17. I'm going to open up my training business. I'm going to take up psychology. I'm going to pay for this. And so like I made it work. And I think when you believe in your capabilities and your reason, your vision is so clear, like you will make it through. And for me, I evolved from the training aspect and being like, have you heard of Blink Fitness?
No.
So that's a sister company to Equinox. And so I was like the #1 female trainer in the whole United States. Like that's how many sessions I was bringing in a month.
This was during your uni days when you were studying? Wow.
Yeah, so I would literally, this was my schedule.
We need some motivation.
If anyone wants to know like my schedule and how I got so much done, to like how do you do it? I think time management is led by your drive and your intention to how much you can get done. For me, is I want to be as productive as possible. I was waking up at 3 in the morning. I had my New York City clients from 4:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. 8 a.m. I was at my college, which was about 15 minutes away. 8 a.m. to 11:30 I was in classes. 11:30 to 2 I would go back for more personal training sessions. These were my at-home moms. And then I would go back to class from 3:30 to 6:30. Would get out, do my workout. No, I would train my afternoon, my evening New York City clients, and then work out, go home at 11 p.m. For 2 whole years, I didn't even see my own mom because I was waking up at 3 in the morning. Well, I saw her, but like it was like waking up at 3, coming home at 11.
When you look back at this time now, like that is a phenomenal schedule of someone who's motivated to achieve and someone who has a goal and a why. When you look back at that now, how do you describe yourself?
Driven, fulfilled. And I think that if I'm being honest, I don't notice that enough until I sit down with someone and talk about my past, because I'm constantly, I'm in a very self-development, evolutionary phase of my life. Like, and I'm always going to be. So where I am now and where I was, like I don't look back enough to be proud of that. I'm just like, okay, I'm here right now and I'm constantly chipping away. But it's literally, I am who I am. I am who I wanted to be and evolve to be. And it's a really good feeling to always have your intentions mirrored with your actions.
So how did you find yourself in the Middle East? And hello to your mom, by the way, if she's watching, because she must be super duper proud of someone who's so driven. Yes. Where is she now, and how did you find yourself in the Middle East?
My mom's in New Jersey. She is honestly the superhero to all the moms, like to all the struggles and challenges you go through. Like your kids, no matter how annoying or disrespectful they could be at phases, that's a different conversation, because from 15 to 18, children are very rebellious. But keep going. Like you are our superheroes, and they are getting the messages and they're learning through observation, right? I was learning through my mom's observation without even knowing, like just watching her work so hard and be so loving. And, you know, children are sponges. So when you think they're not learning, they learn through observation. Like, how did you learn how to walk? You know, and so for me, it's my mom has pushed me to be resilient without me even knowing. So thank you, Mom. I found myself in, your question was fitness?
But how did you take yourself to the Middle East?
So Evolve Nation started in the US. I did a lot of seminars connecting with people, and then my Instagram blew up because, to be quite honest, when you are different, it's going to appeal to a lot of people that are also different. Like we're all different, and I only promote to be different, like just be who you are.